This is the story of the very first Karen that I ever had, except for I'm not sure if she actually can be categorized as a Karen. It is uncategorizable in my head, so you tell me. This, though, was the very first time a customer ever made me go, what the fuck was that? Open scene, I am 17 years old working at a grocery store. It is 2 days before Thanksgiving. I'm at the register and the next people in line are a couple. Hi, I'm the man half of the couple. You can tell because I'm wearing these sunglasses. Hi, I'm the woman half of the couple, and you can tell because I'm holding my phone to my face this close and scrolling. It was like this close to her face. Hello, how are you today? I say as I begin scanning all of their giant cart full of items. Also keep in mind, because it's 2 days before Thanksgiving, the store is motherfucking packed and there's a line behind them that goes all the way back into the aisles. Okay, keep this in mind. Ignores me, is scrolling on phone, doesn't ignore me. Says hello like a normal person, and we have a quick small talk conversation. I finish scanning their entire cart and I say, okay, your total today is $111.22. Shit was cheaper back then. Honey, we forgot onions. Okay, why are you telling me this now? Let's finish cashing out and then we can go grab onions. We can go through the express checkout on the way out. No, I'm not waiting in line all over again. Even those lines are really long. Okay, well, go get the onion. Okay, how many onions do you need? Just one. Chop, chop. This poor guy literally runs across the store to the produce section to go get the onion. Me and this woman are just standing there in dead silence while there's an entire line of people who are like starting to get really antsy. They're like huffing and puffing and stomping and looking at me like I can do anything about this. Finally, he returns to the register with a single yellow onion and I ring it up. Not a yellow onion. I needed a red onion. Why didn't you tell me that before I went all the way over there? What do you even need a red onion for Thanksgiving dinner? You can't make do with one yellow onion? Oh, it has to be a red onion. Go get the red onion. I'm just sitting here in disbelief, so I void the yellow onion. He takes it back. He runs all the way across the store again with the silence, and people are getting really fucking upset at this point. He comes all the way back and he hands me a single red onion. I take the red onion from this man. I put it on the scale. I'm about to hit the buttons to make it weigh. I shit you not. I shit you not. I don't actually want the onion. Please don't put that on the order. Honey, I don't want the onion. Don't put it on the order. Okay. Your total is $111.22. The husband pays. The woman still sits on her phone like this as he does all that. And the line of people behind her are dead silent. All of them are like, and I'm looking at them like, please tell me I'm not imagining this. And then the next like 5 customers in line, as they approach the register, they're like, what in God's name was that? And I'm like, I don't know. Nothing like that has ever happened to me before. I don't know how to explain this behavior. It didn't make any sense. Listen, worse things have happened to me since then. Crazier things even, but it's still over a single onion. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. If I could go back in time to 17-year-old Kaylin, I would give her a gentle kiss on the forehead and say, just you wait. Just you wait. Ring, ring, ring. Thank you for calling the place that I used to work at. This is me. How can I help you? Hi, do you have the coffee table that I'm looking for? That depends. Who are you and what do you want? Yeah, my name's Donna and the coffee table is called a blank coffee table. Do you have it? Thank you for being so pleasant. We actually do have it. I'm staring at it right now. It's not even 5 feet from the register. Oh my God, this is amazing. Please hold it for me until I get there. Thank you. Oh, before you go, I do just want to let you know we have a pretty strict hold policy. We can only hold for 2 hours one time. So do you want me to hold that now for you, or do you want to wait until you're on your way and then I can hold it? Well, I live 2 hours away and I'll be leaving in like half an hour. So just put it on hold right now. So I'm not super great at math, but I do know that based on what you just told me, your hold will come off of the item half an hour before you actually arrive here. And if you live 2 hours away, I don't want you to lose out on this item after having driven for so long. So why don't you give me a call when you're on your way? Actually, honey, I fucking know what I want. So why don't you just do what I say and put it on hold for me? Right now, my name is Donna. Click. All right then. Puts table on hold for Donna. Hello, I'm another customer and I would like to buy that table, but it looks like it's on hold for someone until 10 minutes from now. If it comes off of hold, can I buy it in 10 minutes? You can. Donna is gonna kill me though. So 10 minutes passes. The other customer buys a table like really quick. And then I have to give Donna a courtesy call so that she doesn't think that that table belongs to her. Hey Donna, listen, I'm so sorry. That table that you wanted real bad, someone bought it about 10 minutes ago when your hold expired. I'm So sorry. I'm about to start yelling. I'm really sorry.
What the fuck do you mean someone bought my table, you dumb bitch?
Yelling, screaming, yelling, screaming, yelling,
Donna.
screaming, yelling,
Donna.
screaming, yelling,
Do
screaming.
you understand what you've done? You've ruined my birthday!
More yelling, keeps yelling. The worst yelling I've ever heard. It's so loud now that everyone is starting to turn and look. You can hear it all the way across the store coming from the phone. I'm standing there like a fucking moron trying to figure out what to do. Yelling, 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 yelling.
What the fuck is going on?
It's Donna. Here, you want to take it? Oh, absolutely.
Hey! This is ridiculous customer service, you guys don't know what you're doing! Enough! Enough? Who the fuck are you?
I'm the store manager, and if you don't stop yelling, I'm gonna hang up on you.
Your associate sold a table that was on hold for me.
Actually, my assistant manager is following the rules that I set in place for them. It's a 2-hour hold. She did her due diligence by telling you that it would come off hold half an hour before you got here, and you still didn't like that answer and hung up on her.
Well, because it's a stupid fucking rule. If I'm on my way, I'm driving 2 hours to get there.
I understand that, but the person who bought the table also drove 2 hours to get here. And most of our customers come from anywhere from 2 to 4 hours away. So this is not out of the ordinary for us.
I've been trying to get that coffee table. Ugly as fuck, by the way. Just glass. It's just a glass coffee table. I've been looking for that coffee table for like an entire year. And now I don't get it because you dumb bitches decided to fuck me over like this on my birthday.
I'm sorry that your birthday has been ruined, but my assistant manager did everything that she was supposed to do. In fact, she was a little more courteous than I would have been by telling you to call back when you were leaving. She was trying to make it work for you because she knew we were about to get a rush in the most popular time for furniture I've ever seen in my entire life. We're the only outlet of this kind in all of New England, so it's very competitive, and I'm sorry that you missed out, but better luck next time to you.
I'll be there in 10 minutes, and you're gonna pay for what you did to me on my birthday.
Weird, because I just thought it was Tuesday. We'll see you then. Bye. Click.
I hate these people.
I understand. Me too. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, let me know when she gets here. I'll be in the back. I'm not gonna make another part to this. I'm just gonna tell you the end of what happened. So like 10 minutes later, she comes in, doors open, immediately the whole vibe in the store goes, whoa. I was like, this is Donna. She doesn't throw a fit, which is not what I was expecting, right? I think she got it all out of her system. But she walks right up to the register to me and says, hi, you just sold a coffee table. Can you just show me where it was? And I was like, yeah, I was right there. And I point to like the empty spot where it was. And I'm not even joking. She sat there for probably 5 straight minutes like this. sighing at the spot where the coffee table once was. And then she left. I hope all of her birthdays suck. One day when I was working at the furniture store, something very strange and dangerous happened. Before I tell you this story though, I need you to know that I did not handle this correctly, okay? You don't have to tell me. I know. Yes, it is embarrassing. Yes, I have a photo. Yes, I will show you. It was 2020, okay? In my defense, the stress coupled with my inexperience definitely affected my decision making, as you will see. Open scene, I am in the back of the store helping a lovely couple choose a dresser for their nursery. All of a sudden, over the headset, I hear my cashier at the front of the store saying, Kaylin, you need to come up to the front. There's someone here that's asking for a manager. I look up and I see this guy just standing next to the registers with his arms crossed like this, just staring off into my direction. Over the headset, I'm like, hey, is he angry? He looks angry. Be honest with me. Cashier's like, kinda? He doesn't look thrilled. And I'm like, okay, just let him know that I will be up there as soon as I'm done helping this customer. They say, okay, I'll tell him. I go back to helping my customer. Few minutes passes. I'm still with my customer. He's still up, standing there with his arms crossed at the front of the store. My cashier pages again and says, hey, you might want to come up here. He's asking for a manager again. I think he's from mall security. Now, keep in mind, the furniture store wasn't like inside of a mall. It was more like a plaza. So there's like plaza security, mall security that roams in the parking lot in their little cars and just like sits around. So I tell my cashier over the headset, like, I'll be right there. I'm thinking like someone in the plaza got robbed again, or like maybe there's important news, but I tell my customer, like, I'll be right back. I walk up to the front of the store and say, hi, how can I help you? This man looks me directly in the eyes and just like this says, your parking lot's on fire. And I'm like, what? And he's like, your parking lot, the mulch, it's on fire. And I'm like, again? Like, the Kohl's parking lot was just on fire a couple days ago. I didn't know we were all in danger. I thought it was just something going on at Kohl's. This was my thought process, okay? And it is flawed. I'm thinking the mall security, someone who is tasked with keeping the plaza safe and involving authorities if needed, has not called 911. He has witnessed the fire.
and has not deemed it fireman worthy. His body language is not displaying any sense of urgency over this situation. He waited until I, the manager of this particular establishment, was done with my customer to talk to me directly to tell me my parking lot was on fire. He wants me to fight this fire. I need to personally resolve this situation. There is a fire now that I need to go fight. I've trained for this. I've watched those fire extinguisher videos over and over. I look at this man, I'm like, okay, I pick up what you're putting down. I grab a fire extinguisher off the wall and I go outside to face the fire. Sure enough, I head out to the parking lot. The mulch is literally on fire, okay? There's like a couple different spots where there's like a foot tall flame just erupting from the ground. And so much smoke. So much smoke. I get that fire extinguisher out and I start spraying. The mall cop is watching me from the sidewalk. I hope I'm doing him proud. Here's the evidence of me firefighting. I unloaded half of that fire extinguisher into like just that spot right there. That's firefighter Kaylin. Right there. Okay, she's brave, but a little confused. Did I put out the fire? Kind of. Mulch fires are kind of fascinating and weird anyways, and I'm going to get to that in a second, but just so you know, if the mulch is ever on fire where you are, call 911. Don't try and put it out with a fire extinguisher because it doesn't work. The tall flames weren't there anymore, so I was like, okay, my work here is done. However, a new problem arose. One of my employees who came out to move their car away from the flaming mulch got stuck in the wind of fire extinguisher that was barreling across the parking lot, and she breathed a bunch of it in and she didn't feel good and she went back inside, and I called poison control because I was like, I've killed my employee. I tried to put out the fire and now there's a casualty. Poison control said she was going to be fine. I sent her home anyways because she was not feeling good, and also I feel terrible because it was my fault. I had thought that I put out the fire since the flames were gone, but when I left my shift that day and I went out to the parking lot, the mulch was still on fire. How is this still on fire? That was hours ago and it's nighttime now. What the hell? Then I went down a rabbit hole. Did you know that mulch can just spontaneously burst into flames if it gets really hot outside? Sometimes it'll start with an ember, but sometimes, because it is so dense and compact and holds heat so well, that prolonged exposure to sunlight can heat up the core of the mulch to a point of ignition. It lights itself on fire. The inside of the mulch is on fire, and then it tunnels up and creates these little fires all over the place. And fire extinguishers don't work because you're not actually smothering the actual fire. You're just smothering the little chimney that's come up through the top. Sometimes water doesn't work either. Sometimes water makes it worse. If you pour water down the fire hole, it doesn't even reach far enough to cool the actual fire on the inside. And sometimes the steam that the water produces when it heats up so quickly because there's a fire inside it makes the whole thing go boom. From what I understand, the best method is dig, pour water, dig, pour, and just an obscene amount of water. But don't try and put them out yourself because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Call the professionals. But mulch fires are really dangerous, and I don't ever hear anyone talking about them. They burn entire apartment complexes to the ground. They happen all the time in the summer heat. So if you're ever out and you see mulch smoking, just know that there is a big fire underneath the mulch and the smoke is just coming from the fire deep down in it. And also call the fire department when you see that. I hope you learned something about mulch fires today. And also, I just keep thinking about that guy from Mall Security. Why did he come into the store to tell me about it instead of just calling 911? The parking lot isn't even my store's property. That is mall property. That was his job. Anything past that sidewalk was his jurisdiction, if you will. Why did he ask me? Why did he come to me and wait? So yes, I am dumb for doing that, but also why did he do that?